Good morning everyone. So this is the third video from the chapter resources, and in the previous two videos you have learned about the resources and types of resources on the basis of many factors. So today we will learn types of resources on the basis of ownership and types of resources on the basis of distribution, utilization of natural resources, man-made resources, human resources, and principal resources of the world. So let's begin with the types of resources on the basis of ownership. So on the basis of ownership, resources can be classified into four types: individual or personal resources, community resources, national resources, and international resources or world resources. So the first one is individual or personal resources. Individual or personal resources owned by an individual. As an example, land, house, wells, orchids, or anything owned by a particular individual. And the second one is community resources. Community resources which are can be used by all members of the community. As an example, ponds, parks, playground, which can be used by everyone. Third one is national resources. So national resources are forest, wildlife, mines, water and land resources within political boundaries of a nation, and everything that belongs to a country are its national resources. So you might have seen roads, canals, railways being constructed on field owned by some individuals. Urban development authorization gets empowered by the government to acquire land. So all the materials, water resources, forest, wildlife, land within the political boundaries, and oceanic area are national resources. And the fourth one is world resources or international resources. That are the sum total of the resources of all countries, which is called world resources. So next one is on the basis of their distribution. So on the basis of their distribution, resources can be ubiquitous or localized. Resources that are found everywhere, like air we breathe, are ubiquitous. As an example, sunlight or air, all are ubiquitous, so we can find everywhere of the world. But those which are found only in certain places are localized. As example, copper, iron ore, coal, petroleum, etc. Now, utilization of natural resources. The utility of a resource is determined by some factors. That factors are: number one, accessibility; number two, quality; number three, presence and use; number four, cost. So the place where the resource is found, its accessibility is the main factor, main determinator to utilize that particular resource, and the form in which it occurs, its quality, is also a major factor. The awareness of the people about its presence and use is also another main factor, and the cost involved in acquiring the resource. So these are the main determinator for utilizing a natural resource. Now next one is man-made resources. Over the years, with advancement of science and technology, man-made news and using newer and better things by using natural resources to lead a comfortable life. So these new things produced by man are called man-made resources or cultural resources. For example, cotton is a natural resource, but man uses his expertise and weaves cloths out of it. This is a man-made resource. In course of time, he limited nature and produced artificial synthetic fiber like nylon and polyester and synthetic rubber. So these replace the natural one in many cases because of their better quality or due to shortage of natural ones. So natural substances become resources only when their original form has been changed. Iron ore was not a resource until people learned to extract iron from it. People use natural resources to make buildings, bridges, roads, machinery, and vehicles, which are known as human-made resources. So technology is also a human-made resource. And another category of resource is human resources. All of the resources of the world, man himself is the most important resource. He transforms natural objects into resources and utilizes them for the benefit of his family and the society. So he is the most important resource creating factor because he is both the producer and consumer of all other resources. So the passive development of any country depends on the quality, quantity and human resource. Education and health help in making people a valuable resource. Improving the quality of people's skill so that they are able to create more resources is known as human resource development. As an example, right now you are learning. Right, in the next stage you will get some or you will take some training to do better in a particular field, and in future you are going to create something, you are going to produce something for any company or for any IT sectors. So then after the learning, after the training, you will become a resource. So this is human resource development. And the last topic is principal resources of the world. Agricultural resource is the main resource of the world. So it includes cereals and other food crops, cash crops. Food crops means the cereals which we are eating. Cash crops means which we are producing or the people producing for the market, like tea, coffee. They are produced by farming for consumption, sale or for agro industries. Next is pastoral resources include animal products like milk, meat, fur, hide, skin, wool, etc. They are obtained by livestock rearing, sheep rearing or dairy farming. So livestock rearing means rearing of animals. It may be sheep or maybe other animals, and sheep rearing means taking care of sheep to get wools from that animals and to sell in the market to get some economic benefits. Or dairy farming, dairy means where the milk products produced. Next is mineral and energy resources. It is also main principal resource of the world. All the world are running by these two main major resources, mineral and energy resources. Mineral are extracted from deep beneath the surface of the earth by mining. They are processed, refined and transformed into finished products. As an example, iron ore, manganese, mica, some minerals like coal, petroleum and other biotic resources like solar energy, wind, water can generate power. They are termed as energy resources. So the resources from which we are getting energy are called energy resources. Example, solar energy, wind, water energy. And both minerals and energy sources are indispensable for development of any country. Yes, for development of a country, both mineral and energy, because energy are being produced by using that mineral. As example, from thermal power we are getting electricity, and in that thermal power coal is being used. Coal is a mineral, is being used for producing electricity. So both are indispensable for development of any country. So for today, read up to this, and in the next video we will discuss about the conservation of resources, sustainable development and principles of sustainable development. Here I am attaching some questions, worksheet with answer, where you will get some word meaning, and 2 pages which you have to thoroughly read at home. Thank you.